Bulavinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, fish poisoning a threat this festive season. Good weather to prevail in the coming days. And overwhelming interest for ATS vacancies.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
If you're planning to have a feast with fish on the menu this festive weekend, just ensure that it's none of the 23 fish species that have been identified to be poisonous to consume. Permanent Secretary for Fisheries, Sanaila Nengali, says these are the big reef fish that have swallowed small fish containing Cichotera toxins that causes a fish poisoning. Savara Tambor reports.
Avoid eating dono, kaukawa, sumusumun dambe rengua ongo and dokonibundi as well as excluded from your shopping list. These are some of Fiji's favorites in every festive feast and is included with more than 20 other fish considered to be poisonous. It should not be consumed for the next 6 months.
You know, the reef systems, they get affected, not only through the hurricanes, also because of men, damage caused by men. Because the corals, they play host to the algae, and algae play host to the toxins. When this gets disrupted, then these things make the fish around it vulnerable, and they devour a lot on this. And this, when eaten by the bigger fish, ends up with the men when they catch the fish and eat it.
Nengali says some are known to have toxins all year round and will contain more toxins in the summer months, which causes fish poisoning. The ministry is advising the public not to take this warning lightly.
People began to accept it as a norm, but it's not a norm because it could end up in death. And therefore we discourage people from eating fish that could be contaminated with Cichotera toxin. This is the time, the festive period, where people would like to have fish, but be mindful of what is in the posters. So that you can enjoy your Christmas and your New Year.
The public is advised to seek instant medical assistance if someone is suspected of fish poisoning. Symptoms may include vomiting, diarrhea or stomach cramps, headaches, fatigue, muscle pains, tingling around the mouth, fingers and toes, burning sensation or skin pain, or contact with cold water with extreme itchiness. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
Good news for your Christmas week, as heavy rain and strong winds are expected to ease over most places from tonight. Fiji Meteorology Services Director Ravindra Kumar says the public can expect good weather by Monday and into Tuesday. Akusita Tale reports.
Tropical Depression 04F was located at about 400 kilometers west of Nadi this afternoon, moving south-southeast at about 18 kilometers an hour towards less environmental conditions. The heavy rain that affected most parts of the country since Wednesday is expected to ease. A chance to develop into a tropical cyclone is low. However, associated cloud, rain and strong winds is expected to continue affecting the north and eastern parts of the country.
Especially for those areas in the northern and the eastern division, the heavy rain warning is still in force. For those areas, the likelihood of flash flooding still remains. Therefore, all communities are advised to take advice from the National Disaster Management Office as well as from the Fiji Meteorological Office and remain alert, especially when we are going through some heavy rain episodes.
Weather has started to improve in the west and expect a turn of events from the rain as hot and humid conditions is expected in the coming days when the weather clears.
We're expecting much improved weather that we saw last 2 days from tomorrow and into Monday and Tuesday. It has a minimum effect on us from now onwards. However, we'll continue to see if it redevelops or if it becomes more active again. So it will be continued to monitor as we go along.
Over the waters, expect northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, gusty at times with rough to very rough seas and moderate southeast swells. The public is advised to remain vigilant and take precautionary measures. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
There's been an overwhelming interest shown towards the air terminal services temporary vacancies that was advertised yesterday. In a statement from ATS this afternoon, hand-delivered applications have arrived even though walk-in interviews are not scheduled till next week Friday. 150 staff to fill positions for a 3-month temporary employment term was advertised in the dailies, and positions range from loader, passenger assistance agent, kitchen cleaner, catering attendant, cook's assistant and airline cook amongst the list. ATS Acting Chief Executive Harimane has confirmed that 15 workers have returned to work in the last 2 days after signing a letter drafted by the board. A 54-year-old farmer of Naweni village in Savusavu died following a road accident that occurred between Dromoni Nuku and Viani Village Road, Savusavu, early this morning. The victim was walking along the road at around 2 a.m. when he was allegedly hit by a taxi driven by a 28-year-old man of Wailevu. The suspect is in custody, and it's alleged he was driving under the influence of alcohol when the alleged incident occurred. The road death toll currently stands at 66 compared to 57 for the same period last year. Permanent Secretary of Agriculture Jitendra Singh has resigned. Singh tendered his resignation yesterday for personal reasons. The Public Service Commission has accepted his resignation and thanked him for his services. Singh's last day in office will be on the last day of this month, and the PSC will announce a new acting permanent secretary in due course. Still to come, what is topping every Fijian's Christmas shopping list? And Fijian Commerce Commission pushes for maximum sentences. Stay with us.
Bula, kera mai singatoka, kera ndo tali taka na varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and ndo moi viti.
Ayaw na rin siya. Siko minasom ko tikola ndo tali taka na Radio Fiji 1 kina ndo moi viti.
Kaya kuya zo silil tali, nagurara may nawamanyi, nandunga. Gitu tali taki yang gitu Venezuela bu nanggundo rongo, varorong na Radio Fiji 1 ndo moi viti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 ndo moi viti na bonga ni BNN.
It seems the top 3 items on everyone's Christmas shopping list includes a wide range of meat, liquor and fruitcakes. Kelly Vidala visited supermarkets in Suva today and found out what Fijians had in their trolley and what plans they have for the festive season.
This was the scene in nearly every supermarket in the capital today. People loading their shopping trolleys with goodies and crossing off items from their list. But many of these items was familiar in every shopping bag.
They've been buying everything like from produce, Christmas cakes, Christmas confectionaries, meat, liquor and our toys, Christmas decorations and basically everything that goes in a Christmas shopping basket. Majority of our stores will be open till 11 today and same like tomorrow and like Saturday, on Sunday also and Monday, Tuesday. We have hired extra staffs to cater for last minute shopping rush.
New World category buyer Rajnil Kumar says they had to import certain items like alcohol as it was top of the priority list for many shoppers. Meanwhile, many shoppers say they're happy that supermarkets haven't ran out of stock despite the last-minute rush.
Well, this festive season, a lot of people are buying meat. As for me, I just wanted to buy 1 corned beef, 2 chickens and just 1 pork leg.
Ice cream. People have been buying ice cream. Found few people taking this big tub of ice cream. So yeah, really ice cream.
People want to be in the mood, good mood, and the liquor does it.
Christmas and New Year is typically a peak selling season for many supermarkets as people buy liquor, food and gifts. But most importantly, with just a day away from Christmas, people are still coming in for the last minute Christmas shopping. Kalivatala, FBC News.
The Fijian Competition and the Consumer Commission will push for maximum sentences against traders who continuously breach the law. While the Commission has noted about 82% compliance by retail traders, the 18% that are not complying with the requirements under the provision of the FCCC Act. Pranita Prakash reports.
Over 3,000 traders have been inspected by the Commission in the last 5 months. final steps of finalizing charges for about 8 traders on various different areas. As we speak, just in the last few months, we've executed more than 5 search warrants. We've looked at things. We've looked at the breaches where traders were uncooperative.
The Commission is currently conducting a market surveillance with government and enforcement bodies.
What we're doing is, if we find a trader is breaching, we'll visit them multiple times until the point where we are satisfied that the trader is no longer breaching, and not only that the trader is no longer breaching, that they have put in place strategies and frameworks that will ensure that they don't breach in future.
The Consumer Council of Fiji is also urging consumers to shop cautiously.
One needs to go with a clear mind as to what you want to buy. It's no point spending unnecessary money going through each aisle, because the traders would try and entice you into buying things that you really don't need, because generally during festivity we tend to overindulge in our shopping.
The market surveillance will continue until next year. FCCC says traders will be taken to task for any breach. The maximum penalty for any breach is $250,000 fine or 10 years imprisonment. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Fijians have been encouraged to lodge any complaint against police officers with the force's Internal Affairs Unit. Police Chief of Operations ACP Rusete Tundravu says while Fijians have the freedom to write whatever they want on social media, they're still encouraging people to lodge official complaints when it comes to the police. Some people are using social media as a platform to raise issues against police officers being unprofessional, but haven't made any official complaint.
I would suggest and encourage people going to the social media. If they have any issues with the police, just come. Just register their complaint. Surely it will be investigated. We don't want the police force to be portrayed or have the image that there are bad cops within the organization.
Kasanji Street in Vatuanga, Suva will now open on the 29th of this month. Fiji Roads Authority says the delay in the opening is due to the adverse weather conditions during the construction phase. FRA is urging motorists to use Namena Road and Fletcher Road as detour options to access onto Grantham Road and Vatumara Road. FRA's contractor China Railway 5th Group will work to keep disruptions to a minimum, and the public is requested to be patient during these important works. This is part of Suva Arterial Road Upgrade Project. Fiji has worked in partnership with the International Parliamentary Union and around 50 other parliaments on a resolution to ensure oversight on implementing the Paris Agreement. Speaker of Parliament Dr. Chico Luveni says the forum, which was held in Bonn, Germany at the Conference of Parties, not only complemented Fiji's presidency, but also highlighted Fiji's parliamentary progress. Maggie Boyle reports.
Parliament has progressively garnered international recognition, and so too with the recent International Climate Change Conference, COP23.
We had members of Parliament from about 60 parliaments throughout were able to get together and put forward and prepare a resolution from parliamentarians or parliaments to the COP23 conference.
Dr. Levene says while the side event allowed a strengthened engagement for local MPs, it was a comprehensive lesson in process for the global delegates.
Parliament has in its leadership role and its role as making laws for each country, that the laws related to climate change realistically reflects what was agreed to through the Paris Agreement.
Fiji will spearhead a number of climate initiatives over 2018, which Dr. Levene says will have Parliament's full support. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
And sports, Fiji hockey eager to play in Commonwealth Games. And Fiji AFL aims to attract more supporters next year. This and more coming up.
Moala rarara ranavika, o tikongona tauna singatoka, ando talitaka na wakaronga ng Bula FM, number 2 na seri.
We have the Ratsubuli Kurnambili, Borani Batukara Hambarabinanga, the Taltakinan Varong and Bula FM, number 2 and Sere. Bula!
Bula FM, number 2 and Sere.
Fiji Hockey Federation hopes to be part of the Fiji team to the Commonwealth Games after competing at an international level of competition during the Oceania Challenge Cup in Suva in the last fortnight. The national side hasn't been participating in international events for some time, and they're eager to get more exposure next year. Eroni Tuinuku reports.
For the love of their country and the sport, our national hockey team hopes to represent Fiji in the international arena come 2018.
Yeah, well, we had hoped that we might get an invitation to the Commonwealth Games, and there's a World Series round 1 next year. We wish to play in the Asian circuit because the competition there is very high.
Gaining international exposure is the team's main priority if they are to compete against the best.
We'd like to play with them a lot, but to lift our standard, we need to take the hard knocks and move up. I think it's maybe the same thing that's happened to Kenya in 7-a-side rugby. They've been exposed, and now they look at anybody in the eye.
Meanwhile, Fiji under-18 coach Marcus Hicks is looking forward for more overseas meets.
It is good exposure for the young girls and boys, especially for overseas players, to be giving them small tips on hockey.
The Fiji hockey national team will take a few weeks break during this festive season before they continue with their preparation, hoping for a positive outcome from Festive to be part of the Commonwealth Games. Eroni Tuinuku, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Fiji national football side is now ranked 168th in the World FIFA rankings released on Thursday. Prior to this, Fiji was ranked 177th in September of this year. Moving up 10 places, Fiji is now above Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, Nepal, as well as Kosovo. Fiji AFL hopes to continue its rise to stardom after a successful 2017 season that boosted the sport after 8 years since it was introduced in 2009. Compared to previous years, the sport has taken a huge leap towards professionalism and has attracted more fans and supporters. Fiji AFL Development Officer Simon Highfield says they are looking at a successful year in 2018 and are seeking support from the public to join in and be part of the AFL family.
But I guess 2017 was a year of a lot of hard work, a result of a lot of hard work. AFL Fiji exists just so people here in this country can participate in organised sport, whether it's AFL or rugby or anything like that. AFL just exists to allow people an opportunity to play in sport.
Bowls Fiji is confident of a good outing come April for the Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, Australia. Team bowling will be part of Team Fiji, participating in Australia next year, and they are more than happy to take part in the event after a long drought of international competitions. Bowls Fiji Secretary Abdul Kalim is focused on the task ahead and hopes to select the best to represent Fiji.
We are currently ranked number 17 in the world, and our best ranking has been number 7 in the world. So we are up there in the Asia Pacific ranked.
Fiji-born Virimi Vakatawa scored a try for his Racing 92 side, edging Toulouse 23 points to 19 in the France Top 14 rugby competition again this morning. Vakatawa played alongside Olympic gold medalist Leon Nakarawa and former All Blacks winger Joe Rokodoko that contributed in their win. Racing 92 now sits on second place behind table leaders La Rochelle, and Toulouse drops to 5th place after round 13 of the competition. A heavy rain warning remains in force for Kandavu, Vanuatu, Taveuni and nearby smaller islands, the Lomaiviti and Lau group, but it's now cancelled for Viti Levu, Yasawa and the Mamanuca group. Now for today's weather, taking a look in the west, it was rain and strong winds, with Lautoka recording the coolest at 18 degrees. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, it was also an unfavourable start to the long weekend with heavy rain and strong winds in these centres. And up north, cloudy periods were around Lambasa and Savusavu, with Nambawalu recording the lowest temperature at 23 degrees. At sea, northwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots and rough seas. For the tides, high tide tonight will be at 10:44 with low tide at 5:13 p.m. tomorrow. Sunrise will be at 6:29. Now for the further outlook, occasional showers with isolated heavy falls and few thunderstorms over most places. Recapping the main stories. Fish poisoning a threat this festive season. Good weather to prevail in the coming days. And overwhelming interest for ATS vacancies. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question. This week we are asking, should more neighbourhood watch zones be set up to counter criminal activities? Visit our FBC website to answer. Or you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची FM सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची FM इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची FM सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची FM इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारियल रेफ्रिकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची FM सुनते हैं। मिर्ची FM इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची FM।
हमें स्पिन तो हुआ कि मिर्ची FM में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.